thanks very much for the invite today. It's wonderful to be here with you. It's just a shame, and I think everyone will say it's a shame that with the COVID we can't travel, because it would be wonderful to be back. It's as I think most people know from Atlas, that it's one of my favourite things to do is to visit you all, and it's become one of my favourite places anywhere round about your Kerala campus and in Kerala in general. I'd just like to kind of just say how pleased I am that the campus is ready, that the launch has started. And I think everyone there knows how excited I am actually to be involved in this new partnership. Many of you know ARU in the UK. We're based primarily in Cambridge, which is one of the most important university cities in the world. We're one of the top 300 universities in the world by the Times Higher Education rankings. And we got some good news this year as well, which said that we're amongst the top 5 in the UK in terms of universities for the employability of students once they've graduated from our programs. And I think that says everything. I think it says everything about the link between academic rigor and academic learning, but also towards the skills that we introduce to students through our programs as well. And one of the first things that I noticed when I came to first meet people at Atlas, colleagues at Atlas who have since, I know, become friends, was I think that the two institutions are very closely allied in terms of the way we see education, we see learning, and we see the value of internationalizing those experiences. So when I talk about ARU, Anglia Ruskin University, we are also following on an international university. In the UK, we have students from over 185 different nationalities. So students who study our programs, which I hope many will be studying on our programs moving forward through AIG in Kerala and in the United Arab Emirates, when they study those programs, they link up to a network of alumni, which is perhaps unparalleled by most universities anywhere. You know, people can meet, they can work with people from over 185 different countries, and I think that's a really big benefit. I'm really excited by the partnership. I know it's been held up slightly in terms of the paperwork through COVID, but that's all in hand now. I've been speaking to colleagues over the last couple of days, and we're hoping that we can conclude that part really quickly. The university is so very keen. We've been working in transnational education for the last 28 years. The partnership that we first developed was in Malaysia, and they run our programs out in Kuala Lumpur. We're still with them after over 25 years of partnership. We've got over 1,000 students studying with us in the Caribbean, in Trinidad and Tobago, and that partnership is now over 15 years old. So we're always looking towards linking in and improving international education wherever we can. But I think the real key thing here, and I think it's really worth stressing, is that we've had no new partnerships for 12 years. We've had lots of people in touch with us and the option to open partnerships elsewhere. But it's only really once Atlas came in that we looked at the opportunities, we looked at working with colleagues and thought this is a perfect match, I think, for Anglia Ruskin University. And I think it's also a perfect match for AIG. I think that was knocked home to me when I met you all, and I've met quite a lot of you. I've seen a couple of you on screen already today. And I think that kind of hit home that, you know, we're two institutions, two sets of people. We've got so many common goals, so many common objectives. And I think it's just the perfect match. And then obviously anyone there who's met me when I came to Kerala will know that once I arrived there, the first thing I noticed is why it's called God's own country. I think it's, you know, I met so many wonderful people, had so many wonderful experiences and hospitality shown to me. And also, at the end of the day, I even began to feel that I was part Carolan. And when I've visited and I've worked in over 45 different countries, actually, within my work at ARU, I've felt as welcome as I've felt anywhere in the world when I went to Kerala. And it just sad for me that I'm having to do this from Cambridge rather than doing it from Kerala. So wonderful news. I'm so looking forward to working. The Dean of the Faculty, Professor Packham, and Pro Vice Chancellor sends everyone his best. And you know that once we get this final piece of paperwork through and we do it, that we will be firing on all cylinders. The first trip I'm going to make as soon as we're allowed to travel again will be over to see you all at Atlas. So thanks very much. I know I've got a short time period on talking here, Jatin told me. And I just wanted to kind of speak from the heart rather than from anywhere else and say that I think this is a great opportunity for all of us. And I promise you that we will make this into a world-leading partnership.